that we need to continue to stand strong to defend everybody's rights and freedoms.
Hey guys, how you doing? Hey, decided to come out here into the environment to speak on the matter that I wish to speak on. Sam and I are actually taking a hike in the bush here. Oh, why did that pop up? Anyway, sorry, people sending me texts. Anyway, I want to talk to you about something, okay? And the ideology and the people leading the ideology of this climate change nonsense. Well, not really nonsense. I mean, I understand we got to take care of our environment. Okay, I get it. 100%. Okay, but not at the expense of everything. And that's where I have a problem. Hey, Sam, keep up. So, the people leading the charge on this environmental movement and climate crisis movement are always on about, you know, the things that we do that are harmful to the environment. Well, I meant to make this video a couple days ago, but there were other things that came up. Because they're the very same people that are leading this charge are the most moronic people I've ever seen. They actually don't think about what they're doing in any way, shape, or form. Okay? And yes, I'm talking about tomato soup girls. I mean, this is the most ludicrous thing I've ever seen in my life. Well, no, I don't know. Trudeau called an emergency act because we were having bouncy castles on Wellington Street. It's kind of ludicrous too. But anyway, I digress. Okay. They claim they're for the environment and they want to stop environmental pollution, and you know, we need to stop big oil and da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so their goal was to throw a can of tomato soup on a Van Gogh painting that was painted in the 1800s. Okay. Yes, it was an oil painting. Oh my. The end of the world, man. We used oil to paint. This is ridiculous. But let's think about what they did. They used a can of tomato soup. Okay. Do you know you did more carbon harm, more environmental harm with your one can of tomato soup? Sam, keep up. Your one can of tomato soup that you threw on that Van Gogh, you did more environmental harm with that soup than Van Gogh you did using oil as a base for his painting. Let me show you how. Okay, today's modern soup cans, okay, they require, first off, to mine the resources, in this case, steel, aluminum, and tin. Okay, 3 separate mining facilities have to mine up the resources to make that tin can. Okay, high polluters, high environmental impact things. Sam, come up this way, okay? High environmental impact industries. Then they have to take that raw resource, go to manufacturing facilities, which will then break down that raw resource and create the tin can from these separate ingredients, and which requires a lot, and I mean a lot, of environmental impact and energy and the likes. Just to make the can. Just to make the can. Okay? Then we turn around and add the tomato soup. It's got to get shipped around the country several times to do all this. And which is more environmental impact. Then it has to go to Heinz and get the tomato soup in there. But now we're going to talk about the tomatoes. These are massive farms, which require huge environmental impact because they need to, according to our government, they're destroying the world with their fertilizer. I'm sorry, you're a moron. But it's the same people touting the same things to grow the tomatoes to put into the tomato soup. Okay, those tomatoes go to a processing plant. They are discarded as seconds, and then they're shipped to another plant in which they're turned into tomato soup. The mashing, everything is automated, which means it's more environmental impact. Okay, now we got the tomatoes in the soup, plus all the chemicals that are associated with that, inside a tin can. But we're not done yet. Now we're going to talk about more environmental impact, because the paper labeling that goes around the outside of it, that's a tree. That's a tree somebody cut down somewhere. Okay, then we shipped off to one wood processing plant, then we shipped to another wood processing plant, then we shipped to a paper processing plant, and which then was shipped to a printing processing plant. Then that printing processing plant shipped it to Heinz with their label so that they could stick it on with some glue that was made from wood, from more trees. You environmentalists, you climate change activists, you have no common sense. No, your stupidity is outrageous. And this is over a painting that's over 100 and some odd years old. Whether we didn't have an interest in climate interest, but it's a simple painting. You're a freaking morons. Oh my God. Welcome to the Fringe.